it, but now they think it's kind of cool. But I went to film school. Actually, I didn't get into film school the first time I applied, so that tells you guys gotta, like, if you don't get a client the first time you're sitting down at the meeting, you gotta keep going at it. I just snuck into film school eventually because I was like, I don't want someone to determine my future. I really want to do this. I love this, and so I'm gonna get into the program. And so I worked my butt off. But during the 1 year that I wasn't in film school, I created a YouTube channel. So it's kind of funny how during the I thought was a failure time, I was creating something that I'm now still doing and creating these YouTube videos. So I'll tell you a little bit about this later in the presentation of what I was doing. But one of my favorite videos that I made was called Jedi Kittens. So I'm going to play a clip for you here. Kitten with lightsabers. It doesn't get better than that. You two are grounded 1 week. No Star Wars, and I want all this cleaned up. They're super excited for the new Star Wars movie. My cats and I will be the first in line. So this is my buddy Aaron, and he was also one of the best friends I met in film school at Biola. And we were both making these YouTube videos together. That Jedi Kittens we made in one night and then posted it in the morning. And we went to sleep after our classes because we had been up all night, and then we woke up like 8 hours later. It had 1 million views, and we were like, what the heck, we're on the news, this is crazy. And that kind of fueled this desire to, like, let's see if we can replicate that again. And I think you'd have that feeling if you settle on a client and you get them to give you the check, and you're like, I want to do that again, that's fun. It's kind of like that feeling. And then 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I started on this platform called Vine. Have many of you heard of Vine? Okay, so that's what I was saying earlier. I had this 6 seconds to make a video. That's for the Vine page. And so all I noticed, these guys in my dorm room, or actually I was living in a house at the time with 8 guys. I know it sounds awful. 8 guys crammed into this house, and they all usually watch Modern Family or The Office at night, and then realized these guys stopped watching their TV shows. They were watching this Vine on their phone. I was like, what are you guys watching? And they're like, oh, you should check it out. Dude, they have a special effects page. You could do that. And I was like, I think I could do that. So I started doing that. And for 30 days straight, I made one a day. That was my challenge to see if I enjoyed it, and I loved it. And it started growing a following pretty quickly. So I was encouraged, and I continued to stick with it. So it's been almost 2 years on Vine, which actually is really a short period of time. But it's not just me behind the videos. I have some of my team members here, Jaden and Andrew, and my wife. There's a lot of us involved in the process, and you'd be surprised in making a 6-second video. It takes so many people. This is us in a brainstorm meeting in Los Angeles. This is Andrew, the Groeniker's son, yeah. He wrote the music to that video you just saw, the Jedi Kittens. So he usually writes all the YouTube music. Vine, we don't have much music, so he doesn't write much. That's Aaron, that's Jaden. And Mark does sound design. That's another thing you want to realize is we have to do voiceover for all the Vine videos. They're really kind of produced. We try to make them look home video, but they're pretty professionally produced. There's us in the voiceover room. And but creating a Vine is hard work, and I want to get you guys in a Vine here in a second. Is that cool? Yeah, that'd be fun. So I'll explain a little bit about the process as we find someone. Do we have a volunteer in the front? Laura, do you want to find somebody? Okay, so Laura's going to find a volunteer, but you're all going to be in it. Okay, yes. Yeah, you can stay there for now. I'll explain what we're going to do. So a lot of my videos, I have to freeze for a second, and there's a cut that you usually don't see, and then I'll continue the motion. So that's what we're going to do. All of you, I'll pan around, and you'll all be in the video. I'm going to grab you, and then we're going to pause. And then, Andrew, do you want to come on up? This is Andrew. Give it up for your boy. So, I'm gonna gonna start here, guys. We only have 6 seconds to record this, so there'll be some cuts, but you have to all freeze right in the cut. So the video will start with me saying, hey, I need a volunteer. You can all raise your hand. And then I'm gonna go like this. Oh, but you're all gonna freeze. Keep your hands in the air. Don't move or else you'll mess up the video. So here we go. And then I'll explain as we go. Let's get this in focus and, okay, I'm looking for a volunteer. Okay, and you can come out of your seat and bring her up here. So everyone stay frozen. Now you guys were making noise. You're gonna mess me up, so you were screaming. So you gotta do that again. And then right after the cut, or continue, Andrew will tell you to be silent. They were making noise, got it? Yeah, I'm gonna come back. So make a little noise going into it and then have them stop because they were making noise. That makes sense? Okay. So start a little bit noise now. Oh, this is gonna be tight, but you can go stand right there. Oh, right here, right here, right here. And then right when I go like this, move your hand. You want to show her like how she's gonna fly back a little bit? Yeah, just a little motion in your body. And then you guys can all cheer at the end. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. So we're gonna post that. You can post that up. I'll edit it really quick. So I'm doing this all on my phone. You guys are like watching me do this, so you know it's real. Come here and then cut. Boom. And you guys, we do this like over and over all day to get the right take. So it might not actually work on the first time. That'd be pretty impressive. Let's see. It's close. It's close. Boom. I think we got it. Okay. So we'll post it up, and you can play it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll go post it.
Okay. Right. So he'll post that in a second, and then we'll play it in a minute when they're ready. But thank you guys. That'll be fun. So if you guys are following the FFS Vine page, you can go find it. But we'll play it here in a second when it's ready. Just interrupt me, Andrew. Just whenever it goes on the screen, I'll know. Oh, here it is. Let's see. They're changing something. This is FFS, changing the face of insurance. It'll probably load up here in a sec, but we do that process over and over all day. Like it said there, 50 takes. That's a normal time. We'll do that over and over, or I'll be frozen. The worst was in Bangkok, and they had me frozen. We had to add a hair extension, so they were adding that. Here it is. Let's see. Is there sound on that? My mouth, so that's how we get some of our sound effects. Seriously, that's how. So thank you for being in a Vine. You can, again, they'll send around email links to that for you guys later. So before I create a Vine in my own Zach King universe, we kind of realized after making these over and over that there was a pattern of, we kind of created this Zach King character. I only put myself in front of the camera by accident because there was no actors around, so now I'm on the videos. But we found out that there's this Zach King universe where it's like, this guy has a magical ability, so we stuck with that and continued the same theme. And you'll find as you guys are finding your own voices and how you're gonna put yourself online, you'll find your own theme and your own voice of how to do that. I'm not up here to say, hey, you need to make magic vines to get all your clients. That's not what we want you to do. We want you to find your own style of creating. These are just 3 things that we put into our videos. Curiosity, like we want how the heck did he do that? You know, when you're watching the videos, that little moment of, whoa. And then we want it to be clean for my future kids, my little half-Asian babies. And then we want it contagious. So we want our friends to share this on their Facebook walls. I'll give you some tips for that in a second. So we're inspired by the world around us. These are just little toys in my office. And one day we're like, hey, let's go make a photo with them. So we really let our imaginations go. one of the things you guys are going to have to do is you're creating what I'm going to talk about in a little bit, whether it's your blog or your videos or writing. You're going to want to brainstorm it. And so we recommend, we have a lot of whiteboards in our office. We're always writing down ideas. And then storyboarding is a huge process that we go through, so it saves us a lot of time in the actual creating process. By the way, we're going to share these slides with you later, so don't worry about taking photos if you miss something. So one of the reasons people always ask me, why are your videos successful? Why are you on stage at FFS? And I'm like, because I know Phil. No, because our videos are relatable to people. We really want everyone to be able to understand the themes. So when I get sucked up by a vacuum, how many of you honestly have been scared of a vacuum cleaner at some point in your life? Okay, it's only me. Whatever, I'm a freak. But I'm also scared of other things like opening an egg and a chicken popping out. Anyone else? No, I'm the only one. But people laugh at them because they understand that concept. It's universal. It's not even just English-based. It's everyone can watch it in their own language, and that's why they're so popular. But they also have a personal touch to them, and so that's one of the main things that I want to teach you today. We explore a lot of different things. Like I said, we have fears. I'm scared of monsters under my bed, so we made a video about that. We do a lot about wishes. I wish I could grab something on my screen or my phone and it came to real life, so we've made stuff about that. And we also make inventions. So I made one where a machine folded my laundry and washed it for me in like 2 seconds. And I wish that was real. She's in the back of the room. It's Rachel, my wife. No, I'm kidding. But she does do a wonderful job at the laundry. So I want to give you guys some tips. I'm going to get in trouble for that one later. Honey, I'll see you back in LA. You can drive alone if you want. She'll make me walk back. So here's some practical tips for your business. You guys have inspired me with the energy in your room, and it's awesome to be inspired, but I want to give you some takeaway things to do when you leave. Like next week, it'd be awesome if you don't have a blog or a website to actually put that up. So I'm going to give you some very practical tips. Tip number one is what I kind of said in the beginning. View yourself as a storyteller. And I want 2 people to come up. If you see your name up here, come on up. Do we have these people in the room? Yes, give them a round of applause. I see one person here. Yes, thank you. So I don't think you know what we're doing, but so he's totally blindsided here, but yay! So YouTube. Since I work in the 6-second Vine world with such a short length, I'll let you go to Instagram where you have 15 seconds. I want you in just 15 seconds to explain your story, like kind of the things that define you, things that someone could relate to in a really short period of time. So I'll start the clock of 15 seconds, and you can talk from your heart of something to the audience so they can relate to. Pretend you're being filmed on a Vine. Okay, Mark said, does anyone have a timer? Who wants a timer? Okay. She might want to think a little bit here. Okay, Laura's going to be timing it. Okay, and you can go ahead. 15 seconds. Yes, do you want to speak here?
Pretend like I'm riding a buffalo.
What does that mean?
It means that you don't have a car back to Lao, and then buffalo is the white car. So
that was very deep. So Vivian has 15 seconds to explain her story.
We talked an awful lot about gangsta. This morning, a little girl, whom I've known for years, called me an OG.